Can you hear the fault in this melody? If you couldn't hear the fault, don't worry, that's what you're about to learn. And more importantly, you'll learn our rule for fixing this fault in the melodies you've already written and avoiding it in melodies you'll write in the future. But first, tea.
Hello revolutionary music makers, I'm Kate Harmony, this is Ray Harmony, and welcome to Hack Music Theory.
The fast, easy, and fun way to make music.
If you're new to theory, or if you just want a refresher, then read our free book, 12 Music Theory Hacks to Learn Scales and Chords.
You'll be able to instantly apply these hacks to your songwriting and producing. So head on over to hackmusictheory.com right after this lesson and download your free PDF.
Alright, it's time to open your DAW to Hack Music Theory. First things first, we intentionally use the word fault in this context because music is an art, so technically there can't be any mistakes. But, and it's a big but, there can definitely be faults, as faults are weaknesses. And unfortunately, when songwriters and producers compose by ear, their music ends up with many faults.
For the record though, it's not their fault, it's the fault of our current music education system that focuses on classical and jazz, which are irrelevant for most songwriters and producers. This means they struggle finding resources to learn relevant music theory, which often results in them composing music by ear instead. This is a huge problem in the music world, and it was the inspiration for us launching Hack Music Theory back in 2016, so songwriters and producers could finally have a place to learn theory that's actually relevant to the music they make.
Now, let's get back to that melody. So, what is the theory fault here? Well, it contains more than 3 stepwise notes from the scale. In the beginning of the melody, it goes E, D, C, B. And in the middle of the melody, it goes E, D, C, B, A.
We refer to this as the practising scales fault because whenever a melody goes stepwise through the scale, up or down, it literally sounds like the producer accidentally hit the record button while they were practicing their scales.
This fault is extremely common, as songwriters and producers who compose by ear don't have the confidence that theory gives you to experiment, so they tend to play it safe and stick with a lot of stepwise movements.
You see, our ears will always be led by musical gravity to the predictable note, like resolving the 7 up to the 8. Boring. If we want to make cool music that stands out, we need to use theory.
And by the way, if you're wondering, our example is in the key of A minor, which is all the white notes from A to A, and the tempo is 100 BPM.
You know what's interesting? Now that you're aware of this fault, you'll start noticing it everywhere. It really is sad how common it is. But there's a super easy hack to fix this fault. All you have to do is change a note or 2 in each scale segment to break up that stepwise movement.
In our example, we only had to change 1 note in each segment to fix this fault. After this tweak, our melody now has no more than 3 stepwise notes, which is the maximum you want.
It's truly amazing how changing just 1 note can have such a massive impact on a melody.
So to conclude, our stepwise melody rule is to have no more than 3 stepwise notes in your melodies, unless for some good reason you really want that.
Lastly, if you need more help writing melodies, then simply use our melody checklist, which tells you exactly what to do and what not to do in your melodies. The melody checklist can be found in our songwriting and producing PDF, which you can download at hackmusictheory.com/books.
Thanks for being here in the Hack Music Theory community. We really appreciate you. Enjoy the final example, and we'll see you next time.